Still not up?
All right, it says it's going live right now. Just buffering on Wirecast. We should be up momentarily.
Should be up on YouTube. TTP, Brent Daniels. I have a possible deal, Max. Definitely need your insight on this.
All right, we are live, sir. We are live.
All right, so if you're just joining us on YouTube, welcome to the live. So live on YouTube, live on Instagram here, live on YouTube right there. I've never done simultaneously, but I think heck, some of you guys don't have YouTube, some of you guys don't like it, so I'm doing both.
Hey guys, how's the volume out there?
Yeah, can you guys hear the volume? Check in, check in. How you doing? So cool. I'll have both chats open here with thing. So Dave, quick question.
Yes, sir.
Will I be able to show my screen at all?
Yep. Just let me know when you want to go over,
Got it.
and I'll change it.
Is that just the cord here?
Let me see. I think.
The long cord back to you.
You know what it is? Yeah. If you actually patch in, instead of having that chat up, then I can get you in.
Got it. Cool. All right, guys. So let's see here on YouTube. Hey, Max, I'm wholesaling the house, but the owner of the home has dementia, and her daughter wants to know if it should get a power of attorney before signing the contract. Yes, absolutely. They should get power of attorney. Actually, you know what, dude? Let's you guys. I'm gonna call you guys live. Dave, go ahead and hook up to Bluetooth. I'm gonna call you guys live. In about 2 minutes, I'm going to ask for you guys to post numbers. Dave's going to pick a number, whether it's from IG or from YouTube, and let's just have a conversation. Let's talk. So in the meantime, let's see. If you guys have never done a deal, if you have never, ever done a deal, I want you to press 1 and respond to me on 1. Just press 1 if you've done a deal. If you've never done a deal, press the 1 button in your chat, just so I can kind of get an idea with the audience here. All right, so Lucky says, should I build my buyer's list before closing a deal with the seller, or it doesn't matter? So ideally you would like a buyer's list, but let's also think, if you can get a deal under contract, a real deal, a good deal, and you need to sell it, don't be afraid to partner up with any other wholesalers out there and get the deal sold. Because I always talk about all of a grape or half of a watermelon. Half of a watermelon is if you work with other people, you're going to be able to get the deal closed, and you might make more money working with somebody anyways because their buyer list is stronger. So don't let not having a buyer list stop you, but also move forward and keep going. What's up, Shannon? Shannon is my acquisitions manager. I think she's trying to come to Phoenix as well.
We're connected whenever you want to make a call.
Got it. All right, guys. So here's what I want to do. You guys throw up your numbers. I see a bunch of you have not had a deal. So let's just ask some questions. Throw up your number on IG, on YouTube, and we're going to do a live call just to talk to some of you guys, answer some of your questions live just to see. So Dave, you pick, doesn't matter. And we'll go from there. So we got some numbers on IG. And then we also have some numbers on YouTube. Samuel, what's up? Over there in YouTube land. I see a bunch of numbers popping up on IG.
All right, we're going to head over to the IG and make a call here.
So Jasmine talks about the hardest part is self-doubt, especially when you don't have a support system. That's important, guys. A support system in this business is necessary. And if you're going to be like lonely, you need to start going to RIA and start doing meetups in your local city. Get with like-minded individuals because they'll help push you along and give you motivation as you go. Come down to Houston, Texas. I don't know when I'm going to be back in Houston. It'll be a while, but I'll definitely let you guys know. Somebody says there's new and listening and taking notes.
All right, coming up on the line should be Marcus.
Please check the number and dial again.
Not Marcus.
No es posible realizar la llamada tal y como se marcó.
Everybody's posting your number in the chat because I'm going to call random people. You're going to be able to ask me questions. It's going to be live. If you're on IG, you're not going to be able to hear it. So when I make the phone call, actually, you guys need to go over to YouTube, have YouTube up simultaneously or something. It might be a little bit delayed from Instagram, but we want you to be able to hear this live if you guys want to hear the conversation. Somebody said it's about to make some cold calls, so let's pop up. Abdul, you don't need good credit to get started. Meet up tomorrow, 6:30 at the Hawthorne. Yes, 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 it is. Max, do you assign double contracts or you assign contracts or double close? I assign them all the time, Jonathan.
Let's try this again.
Cool.
Your call cannot be completed as dialed.
Dave, who are you calling? 1-900 numbers?
Yeah, only 1-800 and 1-900s. All right, I'm going to take off the fancy old school *69. Maybe that's blocking us.
Charlotte's in the house. I still haven't partnered up as a one-man show. I'm still a one-man show. I just have employees and people to help me along the way.
All right, trying again. Oh, here we go.
If you guys are on IG, make sure you go over to YouTube so you can hear this phone call.
Zay buys houses.
We're calling somebody.
I don't know. Next.
All right, hang up. You ready for another number?
Ready.
610-406-2099.
Okay, here we go.
I'll be in ATL in February for We Live 20. Go to wholesaleelitelive.com.
Hello?
Hey, what's up? This is Maxwell. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going, Max?
I'm good, man. I see you posted your number. And
yeah, I didn't think I would get picked.
well, now you got picked, man. So listen, if you guys are on IG, so hold on a second. What's your name?
Julio Perez.
All right, Julio. So I'm telling everybody, if you're on IG, get on the YouTube because I've called Julio live, and you guys get to hear him answer any questions or ask questions, and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. So Julio, what's going on? First question: have you done a deal yet?
I have not.
Okay.
Not yet.
So where are you at in the process? Are you just beginning? Are you just learning? Let me know.
Yes and no. I've honestly been doing like my own research and stuff since like I want to say April, March.
Okay.
I was looking to get my, but then ran into like some videos about wholesaling.
Okay.
Then I got into that. At this point, I'm just like still learning on my own, but still networking through in my like community, like my local RIAs and stuff like that.
Okay.
I've been able to network with a mentor as well. I'm in the process of that. He's willing to JV with me, doing 50-50, like if I get a house under contract, something like that. He's willing to like analyze them and walk through the property with me and stuff like that.
Okay. So right now you're basically at a analysis paralysis because you've been studying this since March and April, and you say you're going to the RIA, so you're doing some good things, and then you You just haven't taken any action at this point. Is that what I'm basically hearing?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to get totally outside of this analysis paralysis. Where's your market? Where do you live?
I'm in the Lehigh Valley, like by Allentown,
Pennsylvania.
That's my area.
I know where that is.
Yeah.
Main Gate nightclub. I know all about that place by the county fair.
Yeah.
Don't tell nobody.
Yeah, I won't.
All right, cool. So listen, there's definitely deals out there. Allentown is a I think it's a booming economy. It's got a good steady job system with the hospital and a lot of stuff around there. You need to get in the car and you need to drive 40 mail credits, get out there and start driving in your spare time so that you can actually go out and see the areas that you want to invest in, see the good areas, and start making some money. No more analysis paralysis. Here's some news for you. If you find a good deal, anybody in your market is going to be willing to JV with you, right? You can say, hey, look, I'll give a 30% bounty for anybody that brings a buyer. So go out there and get it done. Get it done right now, okay?
Okay.
All right, man. It's good talking to you.
Thank you, man.
All right, brother. No
Thanks,
problem.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys. So what I'm doing is live calls. Now, if you're on IG, you're not going to hear the live calls because you got to go over to YouTube. So go to youtube.com, type in Maxwell, Maxwell, and click on my live. I want you guys to go on there, see the calls, hear the calls, because there's a lot of people in listening live, watching live right now, over 700 people right now listening and watching live, and I want you guys to be a part of it. So if you're on IG, go over to YouTube so you can hear the live calls. I hope that's this. Dave, are you queuing up another call? Cue it up. Looks like there's some numbers.
Yeah, I got one.
Cool. Post your numbers inside of the YouTube chat, and I'll give you a live call right now.
All right, we are calling Mrs. Smitty from YouTube.
Hello.
Mrs. Smitty, is that the name on YouTube?
Yeah. How you doing?
This is Maxwell. How you doing?
Wanted to ask about how do you just keep your head clear, man? Because I came across a couple people to where I found the end buyer, and they kind of tried to play me out of the deal after I found the buyer, and a lot of people up here.
Okay.
Now.
Yeah, get a piece of the pie. But here's what I want you to say, guys. I don't want you. I really don't want you going out there and just thinking you need a JV. You need to go out there and you need to do your own. You need to go out there and find your own deals, because controlling the deal is when you're in charge.
Right.
Yeah. So,
and I know everybody doesn't have the same the same morals and values, as far as keeping up their end of the bargain or keeping their word. So, it's a learning process.
Exactly. Get everything in writing, get a contract, get a JV contract before you go out there and do anything with anybody.
Okay, for sure, man. And I definitely appreciate you, man. I've been watching videos for a while, me and my cousin. So
I appreciate
I'm glad
that.
that you're doing what you're doing.
I appreciate it. Keep your head up, and man, let's go out there and make some money, brother.
You already know.
All right, got
Best
it.
of luck.
You got it. Thank you.
All right.
All right, we're having a little streaming issue, so I'm dealing with that on the back end, but we're back up.
Okay, cool. So, guys, sometimes YouTube is a little crazy. It's going to go in and out. I apologize if you're over there. And if you're on IG, I'm going to say this a few times, go to YouTube to hear the live calls. I'm doing live calls right now. So I just want you guys to listen to these live calls. And I'm sorry if the buffering is there, but this will be up for replay so you guys can watch this for a little while. So, Dave, where are we at? We got more?
Yeah, let me get one. I'm trying to get this stream.
A lot of people are asking JV. What's a JV? A JV is a joint venture, which means you are going to joint venture with somebody that has a property under contract, so you can go out and find an actual buyer for the contract, and you can get a percentage of the deal, and it's all going to be on the HUD. It's all going to be up front. If you guys have a problem on YouTube, just click out and come back, and it should be good. What's the best time to cold call? I find the best time to cold call is like in the morning, like right after like 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. and then also in the evening from 5 to 8 p.m. You're going to catch people that's going to be at home or that work a first shift, second shift, and then you're going to actually catch people when they get off of work at 5. So 9 to 11 and then 5 to 8. Somebody said, "Man, I am." Let me get personal with you guys real quick. So I have a huge back problem. I have a bad disc in my back, so it's hard for me to work out. So my weight's been going like this, right? So guys, I'm very open. You guys are like family to me. So I've had to clean up my diet, and my back is getting a little bit better. So I've been able to start working out a little bit more, and actually the horse farm, the horse ranch has been keeping me active. So. Yeah, man. So it's a struggle for me. Look at that. I struggle too. All right. So can a title company steal a deal from me? No, not at all. Best place to initially get paperwork? Just go to your RIA and try to talk with other people that are out there doing the deal and say, hey, do you mind if I get your purchase contract? Or go into our Facebook group, Wholesaling Houses Elite. And then there's a bunch of contracts. It's just a purchase and sale agreement. And like I said, you can get them inside of the Facebook group, Wholesaling Houses Elite.
All right, I got another one.
Cool.
I believe this is Tasha.
You want to send me deals? Shannon at cashontrial.com.
But I'm trying to get out of that. So I went driving for dollars. I found a few properties. But unfortunately, I've been unsuccessful in contacting the actual owner.
Okay.
One property that I found, it's a very small house, maybe like 980 square feet.
Okay.
Really tiny, but it sits on a lot of land. And the houses around are selling for over $100,000.
Okay.
So I found out who actually owns the house. But I tried calling, no answer, no voicemail. So what I did was, because the owner has such a unique last name, I found someone on Facebook who lives in the area, and I'm pretty sure, like 99% sure, that this is a relative because they also share the same middle name.
Okay.
So, of course, I sent that message actually this morning. So I'm waiting to hear back. Hopefully he will see, but of course, we're not friends on Facebook, so I don't know if he'll actually see it because it's in that, random inbox that it goes to.
Okay.
So that's where I am. I'm just stuck. I've been driving. I'm trying my best just to really get started. I know once I find the first deal, I think that's really just going to catapult me out there.
Well, my saying, you're only one deal away. And I'm saying that because that first deal validates everything that you know, and it's going to help move you to the next step. So here's what you need to do. I think it looks like you're having a problem getting a hold of the right people or getting correct phone numbers. Is that pretty much it? Where are you finding your numbers now?
So I found that number. I think I went to the property taxes, or I went online first and actually Googled the name.
Okay.
It didn't come up in the house. I'm here in Chesapeake, Virginia. And I went to state property tax information, and it told me there. So I don't really know if the number's still accurate. Not really sure.
Mm-hmm. So you need to probably find a better source. Have you used something like Free People Search?
I have not.
So try Free People Search. I'm telling you that because it's free. And if you don't find it on Free People Search, then tonight I'm going to be showing just a demo of what the new REI Skip is. We now have the one feature where you can just go out and get a number for one person.
Find a better source.
Okay.
So, but here's what I'm saying.
So I'm in Hampton Roads, Virginia, 7 cities.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So have you, is that close to Richmond?
It's about 2 hours from Richmond.
Okay. So my good buddy up there, Chris, have you ever heard of Chris?
I saw one of your YouTube videos with Chris, yes.
Okay. So Chris holds a free meetup and stuff like that in Richmond. You should probably try to attend one of those. I know it's 2 hours, but it's free. You're going to meet a lot of people, and he's going to drop a lot of knowledge to you guys. So go out to that while you got time. Find him on Instagram and stuff like that, and just go out there and just get involved with the people. But I want you to keep going. Don't stop because you're stuck trying to find the number for this person. But I still want you to keep trying to find the number, but just don't get stuck on just doing that.
Right. Okay.
Cool.
Definitely. I'm so glad you called. What's Chris's last name so I can find him on Instagram?
I believe it's Jeffries. I can't believe I'm forgetting that. Let me. I think his thing is like Living Fresh, but I'll post him here tonight so you can find him.
Definitely, because I'm in Richmond from time to time, so I will definitely go to one of his meetups. So one other quick question. I know a lot of people want to talk to you.
It's Chris Jefferson. Sorry,
yeah.
I said Jeffries. Jefferson.
Okay, perfect.
I
Thank
don't know
you.
how I bombed that.
So when I do get my first deal, how do I determine what I want my fee to be? Should it be based on how much the property is going to sell for, or how do I determine?
Yeah, so it's a simple formula, and I'll do it like this. It depends where you get how hot your market is. But typically, I did a video. I did a video that basically if a house is worth $100,000, you're gonna take 30% off. That's gonna leave you $70,000. Say the repairs are $20,000, then that leaves you at $50,000. And say you want your fee to be $10,000. The maximum offer you can allow is $40,000, so you can make it $10,000 by selling it for $50,000. That makes sense. But I did a whole video on YouTube on just breaking down the numbers on how to calculate a deal, so you can actually formulate how much money you should get. Make sense?
Makes perfect sense.
Cool.
And one last thing, I know people keep talking about Deal Machine. Exactly what is Deal Machine?
So Deal Machine is an app that allows you to drive for dollars. I'm a big advocate of when you're starting to drive for dollars in a neighborhood, so you can learn and understand the market that you're playing in. It allows you to take a picture of a property, and with that, it's going to pull up the owner, and you can actually hit a button and get numbers from it. But what's the cool feature is that it allows you to keep a list of the properties that you identified. You can go back home and get on the website and download that list. Secondly, you can take a picture of the property and send that owner a postcard saying, hey, are you interested in selling your house?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's a pretty cool. You should check it out. Go to one of my YouTube videos. There's probably a link there. Download it, get a 30-day free trial plus 40 free postcards. Check it out. It's going to cost you nothing.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Good speaking to you. Have a good night.
You too.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
All right. So for you guys still on Instagram, you're not hearing the live call unless you have YouTube open as well. So I can't pipe in the audio so you can hear it. I wish I could. But if you want to hear the live calls, make sure you go over to YouTube and tune in over there, because you can hear the live calls. I'm actually calling people live.
Buffer seems to be getting better, but I think it's just a YouTube issue. There's a lot of people viewing concurrently, so I mean, hey, good problem to have, right?
Yeah, not a bad problem. So the magic voice you guys are hearing, that's Dave. He runs a lot of my everything. So
behind the boards.
So he's making the phone calls for me and you guys. So if you guys would want to post a number, I'll take a couple more calls. I'm going to show you a demo of the new REI Rail, which I haven't showed anybody yet. So put up your number and we'll do it.
All right, got one.
Call George. You see it?
George? I don't see it. Where's it at?
Ready?
Ready.
In the chat, the green one?
Oh, the green one. Oh, I see it. Okay, I got it. One sec.
Kingston, North Carolina in the house.
All right, calling George.
Yes, you can still bring that deal to the property tomorrow.
What's up, Mac?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So listen, quick question before you ask your question. What market you in?
I would say Atlanta, Georgia, but it's Noonan. It's kind of the outskirts of Atlanta, like south of Atlanta.
Got it. Okay, cool. So go ahead with your question. He says you just passed your salesperson exam and you have a couple questions. So let's shoot them.
Okay, so was my second time going through the course. I finally passed today with an 80%.
Okay.
So just a few background information. I had worked for FedEx for 15 years, and I retired in June. So
congratulations.
Thank you. And I've been watching your channel. I've been watching Brandon Turner's podcast or whatnot, and I've just been really motivated to start wholesaling. But the problem I'm running into, like when I've been interviewing brokers, is when I say wholesale, that term is kind of foreign to them. They don't really know what wholesale is, and I have to break it down to them. So I'm not sure, like what are some really good questions that to ask a broker. And also when I find these off market deals, when I'm like driving for dollars, does the broker get the split on those off market deals, although it's not going on the MLS, or how does that work? So and do you still hold your license?
Yeah, so I don't hold my license. And what you need to find is an actual brokerage that is okay with wholesaling. Now, the question you're asking is going to depend on your actual brokerage. They can make their own rules on if you do any real estate transactions, you're going to get, you can get, they can get a piece of it is what I'm saying. So that's going to be up to them. But if I were you, I would search for an active investor or active brokerage that deals with investors or wholesales themselves. There's a lot of people in your area, believe it or not, that have their brokerage license that allow you to hang their license and for you to actively wholesale. And you guys can maybe split in a little way, but it could be beneficial for both of you.
Okay, great. Now, is your license, do you have them inactive, or did you surrender them?
I surrendered.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's a good question. I always wanted to ask you. And also, and I have just a little over, I know this might be TMI, but I got a little bit over the 50 grand saved up. But, I got great credit, on my job. The thing about it is without a W-2, it's hard to get loans. Hard money lenders, they want to see you have done some deals. So I guess the only way I could do is like do a joint venture to kind of get something in my portfolio, because it's really hard to get capital to like do a deal without having, getting a traditional loan of some sort.
Yeah. So here's what I would recommend. Find somebody that you truly trust in your market, somebody that comes highly recommended, and you want to do a deal with them where your name or your company name is actually on the actual deed as well. So that if you're trying to go that route in flipping, which I wouldn't say that flipping is the first thing you need to get into. Wholesaling is great, as you can build up 50,000 real quick. And also what I want you to be cautious of is don't use that money as if you have it. It's better to start wholesaling as you're broke. Now, you can use a little bit of money to get some things, but do not just go all in because you have the money. Money is sometimes a clutch, and it hurts people when they get into this business. I've seen people blow 50 grand and walk away with 0 deals. And I see people that have 0 deals like myself, 0 money, and then walk away with a bunch of deals if you know how to grind. So I would not try to use that money to try to get anything done. But if you do want to get in the flipping side, you're going to end up meeting, when you're wholesaling, you're going to end up meeting flippers. And you can sell somebody a house and say, hey, look, can I partner with you on this? Whether you pay all the rehab costs or whatever it is, where you buy half of the property or whatever it is. So you get your company name on the LLC so you can start building that reputation, because most hard money lenders want to see you do at least 3 deals within a calendar year, 12 months, so that they can then, so you want to get that experience. And plus, you want to do your first flip with somebody else anyways that has done it, so you can understand it from end to end.
And that's what I'm gonna do, because I got a guy here in Atlanta. He has a mentorship program. We did a Ebony magazine back in 2015. But anyway, he's way off of the ground. He has his own mentorship program. I didn't really agree with the splits that I think the splits was kind of aggressive, but I can work with that since we got a relationship. So I'll probably take that route and mentor with him.
Now, here's what I would caution you. You have time and you have some money. So I would try to find somebody in this in this space that's not an educator, somebody that is actively flipping, and you be a servant to them. I know this is going to sound weird, but help them do whatever they need and bring up, hey, is there any time where I can get in a part of your deal? And explain to them why you want to do it. So you want to learn, and your money is something that you need to be putting towards actual deals if you want to be a flipper, and then the other way, and not into mentorship program, because you can learn with a guy that actually does these flips a lot. Not saying that the guy you doesn't, but I wouldn't. You kind of get what I'm saying when it comes to the flipping side?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do. Would it be more attractive to already have a deal lined up before I approach someone to kind of get their attention? Or because I was thinking about, we have those court auctions once a month, and I was thinking about going there and like bumping into him. But I was really going to use my real estate license as kind of a tool to get me around and network of other investors maybe that I could. But I guess to cut into them, I would probably need something attractive. I don't want to just tag along and say, I need your help. I would rather say, hey, is this a deal or not? And would you, be willing to, 50-50 with me or whatnot? I'm not sure how.
So what I would do is I would go out there and actively try to wholesale. And while you're doing this, you're going to be finding true flippers that have reputation and have money. And once you explain to them what you're trying to accomplish, they'll be more than happy to let you put some skin in the game and sweat equity, and you're going to learn the best.
Okay.
Makes sense?
Okay, cool. Yes, it does, man. Thanks for your time. I appreciate
Absolutely,
it, man.
brother.
We're gonna meet soon, man. Don't forget my name.
Absolutely. I'll see you at I'll be in Atlanta February
right?
Exactly. So I'll see you there.
I'll be there.
We Live 20.
I'll get a ticket. I'll be there.
Yes, sir. I'll see you soon.
All right, bro.
All right, bye. Hey, Dave, I got one more call.
All right, who you got?
336-287-8706. And if you guys are on Instagram, get over to YouTube. I'm going to end this live real quick. See you guys on YouTube.
All right, making the call.
Hello?
What's going on? It's Maxwell. How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good.
So you're local, right?
Yeah, I'm right there in Winston.
All right. So what's your name?
Malik.
So have you done a deal yet?
I actually sold, I do a lot of marketing. I do a whole lot of marketing. I sold 2 mobile homes so far.
Okay.
Just a mobile home. I got 4 deals pending, with one being a mobile home park.
Okay. And are you doing it in Winston?
Yeah, right here in Winston. Well, Forsyth County.
Are you coming to Deal Wednesday tomorrow? Deal Day?
No, I work in South Carolina, so I'm pretty much in Winston only on weekends. I'm a travel nurse by trade.
Got it. I understand. Okay, so tomorrow locally, we're doing a free meetup, which we do every month, where you can come out, and tomorrow you're going to be able to get your deals, show your deals, and we'll talk about your deals and see if we can get any sold that night.
That's nice.
Yeah, man.
See, I came like 2 or 3 of them.
Okay.
It's just like, moving the deals isn't really my problem. I move my deals within like 3 days.
Nice.
Like normally. But it's just, right now, my problem is, I don't want to say no names, but like, getting the attorneys to kind of pick up their feet.
Yeah, that's
kind of slowing me down.
Yeah, that is a big problem. We're actually going internal here soon, where we're going to be doing all of our deals probably internally with a hired attorney that's going to work as a corporate attorney for us. What I'm putting together, and you'll learn more about it. I think I may have talked about it in a meetup or two, but I'm doing something in the Winston Tower. We've got, I think, 7,000 or 8,000 square feet that we're going to do something real nice with. So,
That's fine.
Yeah, you'll hear about it. I'm sure you will. But yeah. So you got any tough questions? Anything hanging you up, or just wanted to say what's up?
Yeah, like really just about the attorneys, cause like that's like I got 4 deals pending with like.
Who are you using?
Innovation.
Okay. Yeah, he's slam packed right now.
Yeah, I kind of think.
Have you tried Eric Ellison as well?
I was actually gonna do my mobile home part through him.
Okay.
The next one, just because I got like 3 deals going with Brian, so I figured maybe I'd go with Eric and see how I like that, see which one I like better, and just kind of.
Yeah, so hit me up. I have about 4 or 5 of them that I use. I have one over there by Home Depot off of Haynes Mall that is pretty good and can get it to me pretty quickly as well.
And I do have a question. So, like I said, I'm getting deals pretty fast. So, like I said, I'm trying to get into the flipping game. So, what advice would you give me? Like, I have investors and stuff and everything, but like money wise, how much do you think should I be comfortable at to really start doing fix and flips?
Man, the fix and flip game is pretty. It's not tough. Winston. Winston is not. It's not that bad. You're asking how much money should you be willing to put up, or was that your question?
Yeah, like a comfort zone, kind of, sort of.
So in Winston, in the area, if you can get a property that retails for 150 or less, you're going to be fine. If you get a property that can retail under 100,000, you're going to sell that pretty quickly as well too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's, I find those a lot. So anything I can get cheap, but it has to have a true proper ARV. South side of town where you can flip a property, large Hispanic population that will buy stuff usually cash.
Yeah. That's been one of my buyers, honestly. My last one was just a Hispanic guy.
Mm-hmm.
And with them, I like how they don't mind paying a little more than the 70% because they're going to do a lot of work themselves.
Exactly.
So I kind of figured that out too. But yeah, it's kind of everything. It's going to help me out with that one. Yeah, I'll reach out, try to get some more lawyers off you, and try to spread the wealth a little bit.
Absolutely, man. Congratulations on your success, and let's link up soon at a meetup.
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir, man. Be safe on the road.
Oh, you too.
Got it. All right, Dave. That was good. I'm going to start answering some questions here in the chat, and let's get set up. I'm going to cast my screen. I think that'd be cool.
All right, cool.
All right, so I'm reading some questions off of YouTube here. Let's see what's something. All right, so somebody says, "Hey, I just found a house with a property tax of $23,000. Did a little digging and found out the owner has passed away. Although I found a relative number, what should I say? What should I say when I call the owner? And the name is still the OG owners." So basically, what you want to do is you want to see if there's a probate file, Samuel. See if there's a probate file for that actual property, and then you might have all your answers right there in the probate file. But if not, just say, "Hey, look, I see you may have an owner, and you may be interested in. I see you may have a house, and you may be interested in selling it. Give me a call, and or just have that casual conversation with them. It doesn't have to be anything difficult." So I hope that answers. You're just going to continue just like any other type of conversation. Find the owner. If you can't find the owner, find the nearest relative. Once you talk to a relative, ask them if they're interested in actually selling the property that they might own. Jamal says, "How do you find the best areas to drive for dollars?" I actually did a video on that, on how to find the hottest zip codes. So you want to do that, and once you do that, you're gonna be golden.
So we got one more call on YouTube from
Sure.
Baton Rouge. You want to fit that in?
Sure.
Let's do it. Okay, calling.
Hey, it's Joshua.
Hey, what's up, Joshua? This Maxwell. How you doing?
Hey, man, what's up, dude? I thought I missed you, bro.
Nah, I'm here, man. So you in Louisiana, huh?
Yeah, man, I talked to you. It's crazy because the last time I spoke with you, man, it might have been wintertime last year.
Uh-huh.
And I was at work, man. I'm a plant worker.
That's right. I remember you talking. I think you was like in the bathroom or a truck or something.
Yeah, I was in a forklift, man.
Yeah.
Out from the cold. This time I'm at work, man, but I'm in my manager's office this time, so it's a little bit quieter.
Cool. So how has it been since the last time we spoke?
Man, to what you said with the driving for dollars, just because I didn't feel like it was productive enough, and I didn't, not saying it wasn't productive enough, but it's very productive, right?
Yeah.
But I just didn't put the people in position to be able to hire and go out. I didn't want to spend the time to find the right people. Let me say that.
Okay. So what path did you take?
So the path that I took was basically I just kept cold calling.
Okay.
And, as of today, man, I appreciate you, bro, 'cause you really have like changed my trajectory, man. I've made like a little bit over 47,000.
Wow.
In wholesaling deals, and I've got like another maybe 30 to 40 in escrow right now.
So you're doing this part time because you're at your main job right now.
Yeah.
So
yeah, man. Yeah. Part-time.
Crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
So you could potentially have made about $75,000 in the since I talked to you last winter, so in the last 9 months or so, and you went out there and now this is good because I'm glad I'm talking to you. Tell people what you did to start from going out there and taking action. You said cold call was the method that worked for you best. How did you overcome that fear of getting on the phone and talking to people?
Man, I had a script, practice it for a little bit, and then 1, 2, 3, go.
Got it.
I had to do it in 3, or I wasn't going to do it. So, and then my wife told me too. I mean, it can't be anything. You know, you're
exactly.
On the phone, right? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, what can they do? They're not going to, come chase you down and do you anything.
The worst is cuss you out and hang up, right?
That's it, man. That's it. You know what I mean? So, other than that, bro, that's how I overcame it. You just kind of want to do it.
Yeah.
And then you got to do it.
And then
you can't let the fear stop you.
You got a deal, and it just started rolling in from there.
Yeah, man. I just I have a podcast with Brent, with Brent Daniels, and or a YouTube video or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, man, I was cold calling, and he said to cold call for like 3 hours, and I was probably on hour 2.5. Man, I was about to be like, nah, I'm good. And then, long story short, I kept going for the 3, and then like I talked to this lady. She had 2 properties, man, that I was able to make $20,000 on.
Wow.
So I got them both in a singular deal that I was able to wholesale, under price. Like I moved them quick. So like 2 weeks, I made $20K.
So check this out. Do you make $20,000 every 2 weeks at your current job?
Heck nah, man. not even close.
So that's cool.
For real, bro. For real.
In 3 hours of hard cold calling, you end up landing 2 properties that made you $20,000 in 3 weeks. I just got to say congratulations. And this guy is just randomly, I spoke to him before, but he just randomly put something in the chat, and Dave picked him and we called him. This is an example of how you could change your life. Now, what are you doing? Are you doing wealth building things now that you're still working at your job? So you're comfortable there and you're doing this on the side. What is your plan moving forward? Are you going to expand and someday maybe quit your job, or are you just going to keep doing this part-time and put some money away?
Yeah. No, man, this thing here, the job was only for, I didn't graduate from college. So I always thought that I would, use whatever job I had to create my own business, whatever that would be. I didn't know that route. And I always wanted to get into real estate, but as you know, everybody thinks you have to have a whole bunch of cash to get onto your first deal. Like, that's just the norm. You know what I mean? If it comes to realtors, they're like, yeah, you got to have a lot of money. So I was shot there, so I just knew I had to take a route that would allow me to gain some type of income to be able to real estate, quote unquote, right?
Yeah.
But then I found wholesaling, and I was just like, I just did bro. I really did. Like I told you last time, I've been watching you since you did the $100 like call-ins or whatever, like coaching calls.
Yeah.
So I literally took your videos from day one and I went on the journey with you to making 100K. Like I was just like, all right, I'm gonna do exactly what he says, and I was just tuned in. And then from there, I just basically discovered other things in wholesaling, but I had to. You got to have the discernment to figure out what works for you. You can't just chase everything. You got to. And I stuck with one thing, and it was just wholesaling. Like I didn't focus on deal machine. I didn't do anything else. I was driving for dollars and cold calling. And that's how it turned out, man.
And here you are, almost $75,000 later, part-time doing this business. And you're just
Man.
you're just a testimony of what I talk about. You're one deal away. You got that confidence when you picked up that $20,000 check and you seen it was real, and it's just been lights out since then.
But bro, I make $100K at my job.
Now you made double. Now you making double.
It's not enough though.
I get you. I understand.
Like compared to time, like usage, like you know what I mean. Like I closed a 5K deal Friday. It might not sound like a lot to a lot of people, but down here in Louisiana, like that's
a lot of money to me. $5,000 is a lot of money to me.
Hey, let the IRS ask you for 5K and see how much it ain't. You know what I mean? So
you're true.
For real. So I remember I made the 5K and then I was like I put it together and I did a JD deal. Like I kind of trained the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like he saw my Brent Daniels thing and called me. Like, look, man, I'll work with you, but I'm not just gonna do all the work and you drop out because I had another guy drop out on me. But long story short, man, we walked it. I walked them all the way through the deal. I vetted the deal, made sure it was good. I dealt with the lawyers, and we just split it. And it was 5K, man. We walked it in. It was crazy.
Perfect, man.
That right there to me is cool. But I'm on that train, man. Where you at? You're real motivation. I'm gonna see you in Mississippi too, bro.
Okay, I like that, man. Yeah. I'm flying out Thursday, and I'll be speaking Friday morning.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna see you in Mississippi, man. I'm actually gonna. Don't tell nobody.
You might catch me at the crab table, man.
Hey, you're right. I'm gonna just be watching and look at the money at the table. That's all that is, for real.
But look, man, congratulations to you, man. It's good speaking to you, man. And I'm glad this is the call that's happened. I'm glad this is the last call. I'm glad you got on here because where you are 9 months ago, 10 months ago, however long it was, to where you are now, other people needed to hear that, man. And I appreciate you.
It's rolling now too, dog. It's rolling.
I like that.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you, bro. I really do.
Absolutely,
really
man. Bless. Stay blessed.
My whole perspective. Thanks, man.
You got it, brother. So there you have it, guys. That is not a stage call. This is a real guy at work in his manager's office. We call him, and he tells the story how we met a while ago and how we talked a while ago. And now we're at this position where, it's just amazing to see somebody going where he's almost 75,000, almost 100,000 for the year in 9 to 10 months. And now he's basically doubled his income that he had for a part-time job. So congrats to him. Keep going. And if he can do it, you guys can do it.
Before We Live 19?
What's that?
Did we call him before We Live 19?
I'm not sure. I remember talking to him though now. I remember his voice. All right, guys. So here's what I'm going to do. Do I have another call? All right. So here's
maybe a couple.
Here's what I want to do. I got to get out of here soon, but I wanted to show you guys something. Dave, can we switch over to a screen?
Yes, sir. Ready?
Yeah. So are we good? I hope you guys can see my screen here. All right. So guys, here's what I wanted to show you before we ended this call. You've seen the motivation. I've got a bunch of feedback from everybody about REI Skip, and we're relaunching this thing like next week. So I wanted to give you guys an inside look of what it is. So brand new website, and we've listened to a lot of you guys on what you need. And we've done something crazy. We went out here, we spent a lot of money on data. We're not middlemaning data like a lot of these companies are. And what we've been able to do is give you guys speed, accuracy, and just good service. And we've got this triangulation data that is just off the charts. And this is what I've been using going on over 3 years now. This is the first bulk skip tracing company in REI. And here's what I'm going to do. So I just want to show you guys some of the inside of what this looks like. So if you're watching, you see the screen. Skip tracing, right? So if you just need to skip trace one person, you can do that. So let me look up a property here. Something that we recently bought here. Let me see if I can find it. So I just bought a property, and I'm going to go ahead and put this in the system here. I'm going to try, but I actually need to look up the person's name. I'm trying to put it in here so you guys can see it. All right, so say you need to skip trace a person. So we've now listened to where you guys want to do one-off. So let's just put in the property address, 225 Montpelier, right? This is a property I recently purchased in Winston-Salem. And I'm just going to look up confirm. So what we do is we match all the addresses so it's 100% correct. And I'm just going to use what's in the current 225 what's in the current property data tax information. So Taylor, sorry, texting bad. Right, so let's see if we can skip now. So what happens is, boom, it pops in. Here is the previous owner. Obviously, the tax record's not updated. We just recently purchased this. But here's what it breaks down. You put in a property. It's going to give you the property and the person. It's going to give you property estimates, estimated value, minimum value, maximum value, confidence. We're about 70% sure on these numbers here. Then let's go over to the validation of the address. We validate every single address. That's what's real important about any of this. And it goes in here, it tells you a lot about the property, right? And here's the cool thing. We won't give like BS numbers when we're doing this, right? So let me pull up, and this stays into your my skip. See, it stays there. So this one actually didn't pop up any phone numbers, and we won't give you the BS phone numbers because it's you just don't need to give you the BS phone numbers. A lot of people talk about hit rate versus actual matches. Matches is what actually works well. So let me go into another property here. Another one that we bought here recently. See if I can remember it. Actually, I'm going to pull up something random. So I'm going to put in a property. So I'm going to go home. I'm going to type in this address. And it auto completes for you. You're going to see how fast this stuff brings back. So it goes with the estimation of the property, which is always good for you guys, the validation of the address, and here goes some phone numbers. So phone number 1 is the best one we came up with. It's a T-Mobile number. Phone number 2, phone number 3, and we also going to give you the emails that we have found associated with this person. It even gives you property parcel information, public owner information, what type of individual. So this is our one-off skip trace. So that gives you the tax assessment, prior sales, everything, all inside of a skip trace to this. This is amazing, amazing information. But what I wanted to show you guys is bulk skip tracing, right? So let's just say we want to skip trace, right? So our skip tracing is going to give you up to 3 phone numbers and usually an email address in within 15 minutes or less, all while you're watching. So you see here, the minimum order is now 50 versus 1,000, and then the price is only 15 cents. You can see here we're going to give up to 3 numbers. If your list already has phone numbers in it, the skip trace engine will add to the numbers already, and you only get charged for the matches that you get. Okay, so let's agree to this, and I'm just going to pull up see what list I'm going to pull. I'm just going to name this test tax list. And I'm going to just drag in a CSV file. Remember, it has to be CSV. And here goes the cool thing. This is mapping. So this is a mapping. You got the mailing address. You got the mail city. the mail state. And this is just literally taking the column names from the actual CSV file you put in. And this makes skip tracing foolproof. Owner's first name, the last name, the property address, the property city, the property state, right? You don't have to put you can put the property type down here in custom or notes, whatever you want. And then the property zip. Remember, we're skip tracing the person and the house. So it's telling me there's 106 records. So make sure everything looks good. It's a preview of our first 50 things, right? So you can see it's got everybody, the city, the state, the zip, the mailing address, so on and so forth. I'm going to approve this. And it's telling you right now it's going to be 15 cents a piece. If you get a 100% match, it's going to be $15.90. The prices are unbelievable. We're going to click buy now. And what it's doing is actually going out there and it's skipping your list. We're using 3 different data sources, matching parcel PIN numbers and everything. And then here you start to see your list is going to be coming back. So you can see on that individual skip that we did earlier, right? So remember we did the individual skip here. So while that list is skipping, I'm going to show you. So remember we put that person's name in here. This is what you put up. You got the 3 phone numbers, the emails, and you can dive into the actual skip trace. And this is an individual skip trace. So you can do one-off skip tracing right here inside of REI Skip. Let's go into a list. It's saying that it's being skip traced, and you can see it's populating as we're looking at it. So you'll see it start to populate. So now it's finding all of the phone numbers and emails for this person, and it's giving you up to 3 numbers and 3 emails. And you see the list is pretty much complete right now, all within minutes, seconds. So that is like the update for REI Skip. I'm going to be showing you guys. They're going to be relaunching next week, 15 cents per a hit. Some of the best data you can get, period. It's not no BS reseller of data. Your lists always stay here. You can view your list. You can export your list right here and use them for anything like REI Rail for voicemail, in the side, the text messages and all that stuff like that. It's all right here. So I hope you guys like that little demo right there of REI Skip. Dave, can you switch back to cam, please?
And we're back.
My man. So that was a little demo of REI Skip. It's going to be amazing. Yes, you can export to anything you want. It's just going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. One-off skips, all that stuff is just going to be. No, there is no monthly fee. There is no anything, no subscription, no nothing like that. You pay for what you get. You only pay for the results you get back. It happens in minutes. You can do one-off skips. There's no monthly membership. There's no nothing. REI Skip, it's going to relaunch tomorrow. And it took me a long time and almost $1 million to get all this data and all of this thing put up together. So yeah, man. So I appreciate you guys here on the live. I'm going to plan on doing this every 2 weeks. And don't forget that we got We Live 20 coming up in Atlanta. Tickets are 1/3 of the way sold out. We're only going to do 600 people at this event. It's just going to be amazing. If you guys never been to a Wholesaling Elite Live event, the premier event, the events of all events when it comes to wholesaling, you're going to miss out. It's going to be in Atlanta this year in February. Go get your tickets at wholesalingelitelive.com. I can't wait. Also, Nazar, myself, and Chris Jefferson, we got something coming up different. Difference between REI Skip and REI Rail. REI Rail is an RVM platform, and we're going to be launching the text messaging on REI Rail very shortly. REI Skip is skip tracing. So there goes the difference, man. So look, man, I appreciate you. We'll be doing all of this next week, the launch. And then we're also going to be doing monthly live training and weekly live trainings and all that stuff, man. So we're behind the scenes working so hard for you guys. You guys are asking how much tickets for We Live. There's different packages. So go to wholesalingelitelive.com. And, man, I can't wait. Can't wait to see you guys in Atlanta. Make sure you check in on the Facebook group and say what's up, man, because I'm going to be in there. But it's getting late. I got to go eat some dinner. I got to get ready to leave out in a day or so. I think it's tomorrow. No, I leave. One more day. Yeah, sorry. All over the place. But I'll see you guys in Mississippi. I'm speaking this weekend, Friday morning in Mississippi at the Real Estate Roundup Live event. Real Estate Roundup Live. And then I'm going to be in Arizona speaking at Sean Terry's event Sunday morning. So make sure you go get tickets if you're on the West Coast. If you're in Mississippi, I want to see you guys there. I'm going to be at Real Estate Roundup Live this speaking Friday, and then Sunday I'm going to be in Arizona speaking at Sean Terry's event. So we got some goodies. We're going to be dropping bombs. So I'll see you guys on the other side. Peace. I appreciate you. And I'll keep this live up so you guys can watch it for a little while. Peace.
Okay, we're out.